What would you do if the whole world seemed against you? If every step forward felt like a battle, would you keep going or would you give up? Today we're diving into the story of James Carter, a man who faced unimaginable struggles. He didn't have privilege, power, or even the faintest sliver of luck. At one point, it seemed like life had completely shut its doors. But instead of giving up, James found a way to break through. Here's the question: how did he do it? What was his secret to pushing past the pain, the doubts, and the failures? By the end of this video, you'll not only have the answer, you'll know how to apply it to your own life. Because if James could turn his struggles into strength, then maybe, just maybe, so can you. James Carter's story begins with big dreams and even bigger challenges. Born into a struggling family in a small town, resources were always scarce, but his spirit was strong. As a child, James dreamed of becoming an engineer, building things that could make life better for others. However, life had other plans. One setback followed another: financial instability, failed opportunities, and the heartbreaking loss of his father, who had always been his biggest supporter. At one point, James found himself completely alone, sleeping in his car, with no clear path forward. The breaking point came one cold evening when James hit rock bottom. Sitting in his car, shivering and staring at the frost-covered windshield, a single thought echoed in his mind: what if this is where my story truly begins? In that moment, something changed. James realized he couldn't control the past, but he could control his next move. From that moment on, James made a promise to himself. No matter how small the steps, he would keep moving forward. His first challenge was overcoming the paralyzing fear of failure. He started small, setting simple goals, like waking up early and writing down 3 things he was grateful for each day. At first, it felt futile. Some mornings he struggled to get out of bed, overwhelmed by the weight of his situation. But he stayed consistent, and over time, those small victories began to add up. James soon tackled his financial struggles. He took on part-time jobs, learned coding through free online courses, and even started fixing old electronics to earn some extra cash. Each small success reminded him that he still had the power to shape his future. As his confidence grew, James faced his biggest fear: going back to school. He enrolled in evening classes to pursue engineering, surrounded by people who seemed more capable and confident. But instead of comparing himself to others, James focused on his journey, determined to honor the promise he made to himself. The journey wasn't without setbacks. There were moments of self-doubt, nights spent studying with little sleep, and days when progress felt invisible. But every time James stumbled, he repeated the mantra: "I will not give up." Over the years, those small steps transformed into milestones. James graduated with honors, landed a job at a top engineering firm, and even started mentoring young people in his community. His life had completely turned around, all because he chose to keep moving forward. Fast forward a few years, and James Carter is unrecognizable from the man he once was. His resilience paid off in ways he never thought possible. From living in his car, he now owns a home. From feeling hopeless, he now inspires others to persevere through their struggles. But James is quick to remind people: I didn't succeed because life suddenly got easy. I succeeded because I refused to let my challenges define me. Anyone can do the same. It starts with one small step. His story is proof that greatness isn't built on grand gestures or sudden breakthroughs. It's the result of countless small decisions to keep going, even when everything feels impossible. James's journey is more than just his. It's a reminder to all of us that no matter how difficult life gets, there's always a way forward. If James could turn his struggles into triumph, so can you. James Carter's story teaches us a powerful lesson. Your struggles today could be the foundation of your success tomorrow. Life will test you, but it's how you respond to those tests that shapes your future. So what will you do with your challenges? Will you let them hold you back, or will you let them fuel your growth? If this story inspired you, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who needs a boost of motivation, and subscribe for more life-changing stories. Remember, you have the power to rewrite your story, starting today.